What's going on, everybody? Good morning. It is the first day of a new month. It is the first day of June 2024. So, you guys know what I like to do on the first day of the month. I like to talk about the month that we just had, and I like to talk about the month that we hope to have coming up here. So, first, we're going to talk a little bit about May, and then we're going to go into what we hope to have happen in June. Although, you guys have probably already figured out by now there isn't really a heck of a lot to say about June when you're a football channel. But May was a pretty straightforward month for this channel and a pretty straightforward month for us as football fans, where you've got the afterglow of the draft and then you've got a little bit of OTA stuff. But this is definitely the first month where I've pulled back the reins a little bit. Now, the first part of the month, first half, maybe a little bit more of the month, I was posting like 3 to 4 videos a day because there was still stuff to talk about. We had a slew of new rookies that we had to dissect and pull apart and try to understand. So that was something that gave us a lot to talk about. We needed to really try to seek to understand Byron Murphy, Christian Haynes, AJ Barner, Nehemiah Pritchett, etc., etc. All the rookies, even some of the UDFAs. I went into some of the UDFAs as well. So there was a lot of stuff to go into there, and that stuff was great. Excuse me. Other than the UDFA stuff, which was still somewhat compelling for some people, that those videos were well watched. People liked them a lot, and people cared about the information being provided in those videos. So that went really well. That was fun. That was cool. And then after that, we basically started seeing the Seahawks actually take the field. We had a rookie minicamp. We're mostly rookies, but a couple of veterans. But it was basically just for the new guys to show up and have a few days to kind of get a running start on the system, a running start on the process of participating in an NFL offseason during training camp. And we went through that, and it was good. It was interesting. We've obviously had a couple of OTAs as well in the month of May. So we talked about that as much as it can be talked about. But other than that, May was the first month where you started to see some slowdown. I had a couple of periods where I went a couple days without posting a video, and you guys know that is very rare for this channel. During the season, I'm posting 3 to 5 videos a day. During the pre-draft process, I'm posting 4 to 6 videos a day. During the draft itself and during free agency, I'm streaming basically the entire day. If there's stuff going on, I'm constantly uploading. But during a certain stretch of May, it was just that little, you got to feel that initial burst of apathy, that initial burst of like, wow, there's really nothing to pull apart right now. We've done everything that can be done as it pertains to the Seattle Seahawks. So I took a short break for a couple days, kind of come back more recently because things have actually happened with the OTA sessions, but it has been a slowdown, and the channel has certainly reflected that. For the month of May, I think we ended up with about 215,000 views, which is, I mean, given the videos that I posted and given the things that were being discussed, is totally a good number. I'm really happy with it, but it does reflect the fact that things are less interesting right now. This is that period of time where you have to be really, really deep into this Seahawks stuff to get into like rookie minicamp stuff or training camp stuff, and that's not going to be for everybody. So things have definitely slowed down. I had a goal to hit 17,500 subs by the end of the month. We were like, I think 4 short, 4 or 5 or something like that. So we are basically got there. We'll get there in the next day or two in all likelihood. So we did about what I expected, is what I'm trying to say here. I'm definitely well aware of the fact that deep diving into UDFA players that have very little chance of making the roster and going over game tape of college players is not necessarily something that's going to resonate with everyone who might view my videos. So it's just one of those things. Still happy with what we did, still proud of what we did here on this channel. We had a lot of good things to say. We did a lot of good things here. And thank you to everybody who subbed. Thank you to everybody who watched videos over the last month. It was fun. And unfortunately, going into June, things are probably only going to get slower because June is quite possibly the most dead month of the year as a football fan. We do have a couple more OTAs. We'll learn stuff there. And then we have the mandatory minicamp I think it's mid-June. So we do have that. That'll give us a little bit of data. And we also have, now with it being post-June 1st, we might have some cuts and we might have some trades that are now on the table, but that's about it. We're not going to get into full training camp yet. I don't think this team is going to have any kind of contract drama. I don't think this team is going to have any kind of like, oh, a player wants to get traded. I don't think this team is going to do any significant trades at this point. I know that some people are going to say, oh, well, it's post-June 1st, so now we could trade this guy or that guy, but I don't think they're going to do any of that. In fact, I think that for the most part, this offseason has been marked by how peaceful it's been since we cleared the deck for free agency. Other than releasing all those players before free agency started, the Disleys of the world, the Jamal Adams and the Quandre Diggses of the world, those guys, it's been quiet. It's been slow. And I don't think that's going to change in June. So we don't have anybody even franchise tagged. So we can't even be discussing like, hey, should we give that guy a long-term deal or should we keep him on the tag? No, it doesn't matter to us. So realistically, June is probably going to be very slow. I might post a video every few days, but it's not going to be consistent. There are definitely going to be days where I just don't have anything to say, so I'm just not going to say anything. What might happen is I might experiment a little bit with some different kinds of videos. Like I might do more shorts because I already finished the draft series with the shorts. I'm not doing any of the more recent ones until we have more data, but that series was very popular. People really liked those shorts. So I might make more shorts like that. But in terms of actual like videos, talking about news, talking about analysis, there could be a couple of things that come up as I think about what this team might be in 2023. But for the most part, we're probably just going to be chilling because more than maybe ever, it's really hard to know. We have an offensive coordinator who has never coached a game in the NFL in his life. We have a head coach who has never been a head coach before in his life on any level. So it's just there's just so little to go on. We just guess, and we've guessed plenty over the last couple of months, but you don't have as much concrete stuff as you usually would, even for a team with a new coaching staff. So June, we'll see what happens. I'll try to have some fun with it. I'll try to have some interesting things to say. I'll talk about the Mariners every few days. We are going to have a Mariners video, I think, tomorrow morning in all likelihood. But that's just something that comes up every couple of weeks. So that's not exactly going to be driving a lot of action here. So hopefully we're going to have a good June. And by good, I do have to say, I think I mean relatively quiet. Because in order for June to be action-packed on this channel, it would probably take like trade requests and holdouts and players demanding new contracts, and we don't want that. But yes, thank you for a good May, a successful May. It was, again, basically in line with my expectations. I knew once we were done evaluating rookies, it was just going to be really quiet, and that was just going to be the way the process went. So, that's YouTube. That's basically all the YouTube side stuff. Again, I will be doing stuff here. I will be posting videos about the last couple OTA sessions, the mandatory minicamp, and if there are any post-June 1st moves made relevant to us. But yeah, it's gonna be chill. So Twitch, the month of May was pretty fine. Kind of simplistic right now. I'm going back and forth between two games. Still going through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It was, I didn't have a lot of time to play Rebirth last month, which I feel badly about. I definitely want to finish that. I definitely want, we're most of the way through it. I want to finish it. It was one of those things where I was spending so much time doing rookie evaluations. That's not really a game that you want to turn on and play for like an hour late at night, right? That's a game that when you play, you want to have some amount of time to really get into it. You don't want to just be playing it and you don't get time to really get into anything. So I did a lot of Payday last month, which I thought was really great. I'm very impressed with Payday 2. I know it's an older game at this point. It's like 10 years old now, but I actually really like that one a lot. And basically, that was it. Like, we were done with the anime watch-alongs for now. I'm going to be doing more, but I didn't do any in the month of May. So, in June, we're going to finish Rebirth. We're going to finish Payday 2. I'm near the end of the campaign for Payday 2. Might get the DLC for it so I get access to a few extra levels, but we're almost done with the campaign. And that's really about all I have like penciled in. I do have plenty of other things I'm going to do. Like I have the Metroid Prime remaster on Switch. I'm definitely going to be streaming that when I play it. That might be next up. Um you never know what I'm going to do on PC. I just kind of go on a whim whenever I need something new to play. I just install something. I do need to finish Devil May Cry 2 as much as it is a terrible game. I did start it. I'm like a third of the way through it. I just need to finish it. And it's really, really easy, so it's not like it's hard to finish. So I do need to actually punch that in at some point. But yeah, I think that's really about it. That's really all I can say about the way things are going right now. So thanks for watching. I'm using X a little bit more. It is now officially fully called X. So if you're not following me over there, follow me over there. Still posting the shorts on Instagram where they do really, really well. So you can follow me over there as well. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Everyone have a good day. See you guys later, and go Hawks.